Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got quite a lot of stuff to go over. We have some new Corocoro leaks for the Pokemon anime. We also have some leaks to go over for the latest gym leader that was just announced for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. A few other things about Paradox forms. Plenty of stuff to talk about today though, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the latest leaks, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have some new Corocoro leaks to take a look at for the Pokemon anime and also for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So the anime page is obviously just talking about the big battle between Ash versus Leon. Obviously got a little bit of a preview of it in the latest episode of the Pokemon anime. But it seems that Ash might potentially be Gigantamaxing his Pikachu in this battle. Leon might be doing it with his Charizard. A couple of screenshots of like flashbacks and stuff of them just chilling with each other. But yeah, I mean, this is obviously going to be a massive battle. It's literally Ash versus, well, the strongest trainer of all time in the anime's eyes. So whether he wins or not is yet to be seen. It's going to be a really good battle though. Excited to see how it unfolds. But yeah, it's not going to have like any kind of cuts or anything like that. It's just going to show the whole battle like through all the different the weeks and stuff. It's not going to like jump to a random filler episode, which of course is not what people want when we're watching a massive battle. We just want constant battles. So that's the Corocoro leaks about the Pokemon Journeys anime. Next up, we've got some stuff about Scarlet and Violet, but unfortunately, like, I'm not sure what it translates to. But either way, it's just more images of previously revealed Pokemon. We have Armarouge here, Paldean Wooper, Cerulege, Pawmi, Clorf, basically all the latest Pokemon that were revealed. And then we've got like Scarlet and Violet here. And then, yeah, I'm not sure what this text says here, but I'm guessing it's nothing really new or anything. Like, Corocoro doesn't usually leak anything new for the games now. We usually get like trailers and stuff, and then what was in those trailers is now in Corocoro. Gone are the days of getting leaks in Corocoro and then them being revealed in trailers and stuff. But either way, you never know, there might always be something revealed in the future. We'll always have to wait and see. But they're the Corocoro leaks. Let's move on to the actual leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet though. This is more of a theory, but very much could be true, and it's all about Iona, the latest gym leader revealed for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So this is a really great catch theory from El Chico Eevee. Could be onto something here. So this is a image of El Chico Eevee basically, I think, replying to Riddler Q saying, is she the character you said is not a real human because of the eyes? So this is obviously from her like live streams and stuff. As you can see, the eyes look very robotic. Like, this here doesn't look human. Like, these eyes here, like, because she's not wearing contacts or anything because her eyes change again, but it looks like a robot or an android or something like that. And of course, Riddler Q in the past has, you know, said, who's fake, don't trust anyone. And so it is very likely that this character is an android. It also would make sense how her like hair clips are like jumping off her head and back onto it, because obviously it's using like magnetic fields and stuff and electrical impulses or whatever. But either way, it seems that Iona could potentially be like an android gym leader, which would be really, really cool to see. And I'd definitely be down for that, because she is a really cool gym leader already, and I think if she became an android, it would make her even cooler. It also makes sense as to why she's like an electric gym leader and stuff. Maybe she's just being controlled by someone else, and the actual gym leader gets revealed like once you beat Iona or something like that. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. But either way, we have that. We also have this about it as well, which is kind of carrying on from that point. Soul Silverheart saying, oh, I didn't even realize it could sound like this in English. So I know could be like I don't know. This actually lines up perfectly with all the other translations of her name in other languages. It comes out to a general interpretation of unknown / strange. So basically her name means like unknown and strange and stuff like that. And that could simply just be because she's like an android and people like aren't really sure about what she is. In Spanish, it's called Enigma, so they are hinting us there's something. In French, her name is based on machine, which literally means like machine in English. And then it's in Italian, it's Chissà, which means who will it be. So a lot of kind of things pointing towards her name being like a mystery. And that obviously, I mean, again, I'm not saying that she definitely is an android, but it's very much likely that she's got more than meets the eye when it comes to like her. And I think that she's going to be like appearing a ton through Paldea, like on TV screens and stuff. Like if you go into random houses, maybe she's going to be on like a desktop, or because obviously she is a streamer and stuff. But yeah, I definitely think that she could potentially be some sort of like android or some kind of robotic creature in that sense. This also connects right back to our earlier theory. Ku said it was an invasion, so there should be a few more things in Paldea that aren't what they seem. This story starting to sound wild, and if we are right, I can't believe she may be something else. So yeah, Android is just obviously like my first like I guess, idea, but she could literally be something. She could just be someone in a disguise or something like that. And she could turn out to be like evil or something. Who knows? Because she could be building this following to, I guess, I don't know, like try and brainwash Paldea and make people do what she wants or something like that. But either way, just something interesting to go over. She could be linked to the evil team. You never know. We've also got this by Soul Silverheart talking about Paradox and stuff like that. So big story spoilers. Seriously, if you want to go in blind, don't read this. So there's your little kind of, I guess, letting you know that this is going to be a big story spoiler. I never bought the Paradox multiverse theory. They already did that with Generation 7, and Ku told us it's not time travel, so I chose imagination on his poll, and I think I was right. Look at the explanation. So yeah, we have Riddler Ku here saying, what's the truth of Paradox? Time travel, parallel world, coincidence, and imagination. And then also here he says, you know, what's the truth of Paradox? Then links this YouTube video here. And then we also have you're right in here saying potential story spoiler warning. So what I'm gathering from this is that the Paradox Pokemon aren't from an alternate timeline or reality, but from someone's imagination or dreams, which would be kind of crazy because we've always thought that, you know, that big kind of circular thing in the middle of Paldea is just where all the paradoxes come out of, and it's from like a different timeline. But maybe they are just literally from someone's imagination or dreams, and then they've been created in some way, shape, or form, which would be insane. Like, that would just be the craziest thing ever, and would just be a massive U-turn onto what we're all expecting it. Here's a link to what Ku posted so you can watch if you'd like, but if you read this amazing thread above by Yorodon, you'll see the anime is about a girl imagining monsters that come to life. Also, this connects heavily to Ed Sheeran's Celestial song. So her ability to turn imagination into reality to be a gift from the heavens. And then also, as you can see, like Ed Sheeran, if you haven't seen the Celestial music video, it is literally Ed Sheeran like imagining Pokemon to be with him as he's just going through his like day-to-day life, just kind of like how a lot of people did when they were like growing up with Pokemon. Like you'd always like to imagine that you'd actually have like a Pikachu with you or a Charmander or something like that, and that's exactly what the music video is doing. So maybe literally somebody is imagining these Paradox Pokemon and they've got some like special power, and that's allowing these Paradox forms to be created. I don't know, it's kind of mad. Obviously this is just a theory, but it seems very plausible because it kind of connects a lot of stuff. And then also, it's Arven the Dreamer, or is it Clavel, or maybe they are the player characters' imaginations come to life. This is what Paradox Pokemon truly could be. Could still be wrong, but check out this super theory. And then we also have this by Bruno saying, interesting, that reminded me of the third Pokemon movie with the crystallization created by the unknown and Molly's imagination. That could be a really cool background connection between Paradox Mons and terrestrialization. So yeah, maybe there's a character in this game that we've already been introduced to. Maybe it's the Mona, because her name literally means like no one and stuff like that. But yeah, maybe there is just a character in this game that literally imagines Paradox Pokemon and then they just come to life. I think that would be kind of crazy. I think I'd prefer the whole portal to another like timeline. I think I like that more, but imagination could also be on the cards as well. And the fact that, you know, he put it as like a one of these kind of options as well, I guess just adds to their theory. We also have this as well, some just leaked like Pokédex stuff and everything like that. This was posted by Analysta saying data comparison between Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. So Central Elite's quite retweeting this saying this is actually a very nice comparison. It's not 100% accurate, but the numbers are very slightly wrong by like +5, -5, but should give you an idea. So this is Sword and Shield base game, DLC not included, as opposed to the Scarlet and Violet base game, DLC not included. So there was 320 returning Pokemon in Sword and Shield, there were 18 new Pokemon, and there were 35 only transferable via Pokemon Home, whereas in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet we have 300 returning Pokemon, but obviously 103 new Pokemon, and then 42 through transfer. So there are 10 more Pokemon in the base game of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but obviously there's a lot more Pokemon now in the kind of Pokemon universe, because if you look to Pokemon Sword and Shield, there was 890 discovered, whereas there's over 1,000 in Scarlet and Violet. So for Sword and Shield, the Kanto had 40.3% of the dex of obviously all Kanto Pokemon in the game, so 40% of Kanto Pokemon were in the dex for Sword and Shield. 35% of Johto, there was 32.5% of Hoenn, 34.5% of Sinnoh, 58.9% of Unova, so quite a lot of Unova Pokemon in Sword and Shield. 44.4% of Kalos, and then 62% of Alola. Then when we go to Scarlet and Violet, again, this is pretty accurate, but there's a couple wrong. There's 39% of Kanto, there's 42% of Johto, so more Johto Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, 30.3% of Sinnoh, 40.1%, Hoenn should I say, 40.1% of Sinnoh. However, though, Unova drops to 26.2%, so drops below half of the amount of Pokemon that are in Unova. So that might also give people the idea that, you know, Generation 5 remakes are around the corner and stuff like that, because obviously you're going to want, because if Generation 5 remakes are on the way, there's no point of putting all of those Pokemon into the Generation 9 games, because obviously you're about to have a game about all of them. But anyway, in Kalos, 52.7%, 35.6% of Alola, and then 45.4% of Galar. And then apparently all Hisuian Pokemon are going to be in the game as well. We're not sure about that. But either way, that's kind of like the Pokedex sort of little update on the leaks about that. And then finishing things off, these are all the Pokemon that are still not going to be on the Nintendo Switch for like any of the Pokemon games. So after Scarlet and Violet's release, the following Pokemon and their lines still won't be available in any Switch game and will still be trapped in home. So the Superior line won't be on the Switch after Scarlet and Violet. The Emboar line won't be. The Watchog line won't be. The Elemental Monkeys won't be. Zebstrika won't be. Leavanny won't be. Swanna won't be. So a lot of Generation 5 Pokemon. And again, it's probably because Generation 5 remakes are going to be next. But that might not even be on the Switch. That might be on the next Nintendo console. And then, yeah, Furfrou, Hooper, Toucannon as well, like, and Minior. Like, these Pokemon are so random. Like, Toucannon, I think, could easily have been fit into a game. The Monkeys could have been. Zebstrika could have been. I kind of understand the starters because you can't find them in the wild and stuff. But, like, all of these could have easily been in the game, bar, like, Hooper. Like, Furfrou not being on the Switch is kind of crazy, but either way, that's kind of like the latest leak for that and everything. The funny thing about most of them being Unova Pokemon is that the remake won't be for the Switch, but for the next console. So when we eventually get it, we will have a different Pokemon that are not available in next console list. But yeah, anyway, they're the latest leaks for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we covered today. What do you think about the potential Android version of Iona? And also, what are your thoughts on the potential Imagination kind of story instead of, like, I guess, different timelines being transported into, all that stuff. But yeah, that's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and until next time, peace.